Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are about to start our new game with Hinnom. I'm already pretty far in the game. I'm turned 30 before I started recording, mostly because I've been busy recording other stuff. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So, this is our starting army. We have only about 12 dudes, and they are pretty good at expanding. The problem is they don't kill things very quickly, so while they can definitely take a few hits, they don't kill stuff super quick, so they can end up taking a lot of hits and then kind of die. What we're going to do to remedy this is to get these Raphite warriors who can kill stuff very quickly. They are far more killy than my normal stuff, especially when they get blessed. They'll have a high attack skill, 2 high damage attacks. Each one of them is basically going to delete 4 units a turn, and that's going to be very nice for me because that will hopefully make my battles a lot shorter. Yeah, so this first turn, we're going to prophetize this guy so that he will be independent of our commander. And then, we'll set this guy to patrolling. We will not be using Raphite warriors for most of our expansion, mostly because they eat population, but they will definitely supercharge our first party. Then we're going to go ahead and switch to building an Avite light infantry for our first dude, and we'll start getting mages. Mages are good to have because we do have luck and a bit of turmoil. And it'll just mean we don't get bad events. One of the best ways to not have bad events with taking luck skills is to get fortune tellers. And that's basically it. We've gone ahead and queued up our research. We're going to be going for construction. Construction 4 will let us into blood, but most importantly, it will allow our Melkorts to come online pretty early. Really, Melkorts need a little bit of alteration in construction, and they become quite strong, so that is our plan. So that's it for turn 1. Let's go ahead and go to turn 2. For turn 2, here we go. So we have our expansion party. We have put the Melkorts in with the swordsmen. These guys have javelins, so we're going to put them on fire closest, and we're going to put the Melkorts and the swordsmen up here. My prophet will be here. What I am expecting will happen is these guys are going to throw a couple javelins while the swordsmen walk in front and take most of the load, and then these guys will follow in behind. And the prophet will hopefully just Sermon of Courage, and then Find Blessing, and then Sermon of Courage again, hopefully getting both squads, and then hit... honestly, they do Holy Avenger a lot when you let them cast, which is kind of a waste of a turn, but whatever. We're just going to let them do that. If we look at our expansion options, we have an elephant province here. That is going to be tricky until we get really Melkorts. Melkorts are only size 5, but they have fear. They're pretty good at dealing with elephants. Though it can be a little dicey. We're definitely going to avoid these with our Avites, though. Up here, we have basically a fair amount of heavy infantry and militia, so kind of easy, but a large number. Same thing for here. It appears to be a ton of troops. But of low quality. And then this is another easy expansion province, as is this one. So we're going to go after some of the easier ones first. I'd rather get a lot of mileage out of this first squad, which is a little weak, rather than go after, like a more valuable province. Anyway, for what we'll be doing next, we got an Ami first. We'll be getting Horide Shamans. These guys are going to go site searching, and we're going to get them out early. We need a lot of income early for gems to go ahead and start making items for our Melkorts, so that will be the order of the day. The way we're going to expand is with mostly Avite Charioteers, mixed in with a few of the Spearmen. The Spearmen will kind of lag behind, and will hit... if we look at them, they have lower combat speed than the Charioteers, so if you put them in the same squad, they will lag behind and kind of make contact with the enemy after the Charioteers do. They're good to keep your squad numbers high, so if you lose a Charioteer or 2, you don't end up having a rout. So that's basically what we'll be doing. Other things to kind of think about, let's look at the nations real quick. It's not a ton of players. We've got basically an early age Ulm. We've got a Marverni. We've got a Saramadia. We have a Machaka. And we have a Micklin, an Abyssia, myself as Hinnom, and then we have a Theodoros. So Theodoros is going to start in the ocean, so we know one of the people we're next to. This is kind of one of the crappier starting spots. Probably the worst is starting on the island. This is probably next worst, and then right after that is if you start over here on this strip. So I think this map is beautiful and I like playing on it, but the positions aren't super balanced. And basically because one of the reasons this map sucks a little bit is because it usually sucks if you're a land nation next to a big body of water, but they seem to have put lots of lakes that pinch in everybody who starts near the ocean. If you don't start near the ocean, then you kind of have tons of... Like, the lake system should be not next... Like, they should shift this down here. So if you start next to this big lake, then at least you're not pinned in by a little lake. Anyway. So anyway, we have a not great starting spot, but we will certainly roll with it. Yeah, so I think that is about it. And I think we'll go ahead and go to our next turn, which will be turn 3. So turn 3, we have a battle. And let's see if we hose this up. Okay, the javelins go off. The javelins go off. And now these guys should close in combat. And, you know, I mean, not perfect, but it's pretty good. The javelins hit. And I think, actually, that is pretty close to perfect, actually, because the swordsmen are a little bit better in melee than the spearmen, so I'd rather have them make contact than try to optimize and exactly have the spearmen hit the same time the swordsmen do. So that was pretty good. We see a couple more easy expansion provinces, which is nice, and we also see... Awesome! Turn 3, Theodore says come on land. We are not very happy about this. I sent him a message basically saying we will be taking 114 shortly, stand by. And yeah, we're not going to tolerate them on land. We have the tools to deal with them. Now, the tools to deal with them are not... These tramplers are not great versus ghosts, but they're okay. But Dawn Guard will just rip these ghosts to pieces. I mean, to absolute pieces. So, we're kind of okay with that. And yeah, I think that's about it for this. We're basically going to come down here. This is just militia, heavy infantry, and archers. Same thing should work. We don't need to mix it up too much. We're moving out our site searcher to follow this party around. It's one of the things I like to do with Hinnom, is site search really early. So basically this guy's going to follow him around. We'll make some more... So there's a few things we need to do. One is, since we're starting next to Theodoros, we need to think about blood sacrificing to keep our Dominion kind of out here. We didn't take super high Dominion. It's only 5, so with that we are going to have to put a little extra effort into it. So we're going to go ahead and get a commander and a Quetzalcoatl, and she is going to go around and blood sacrifice. And this commander will also lead my next expansion party, which will be queuing up here shortly with more charioteers. And I think that is about it for this turn. Yeah, not too much to talk about. 6 PD. So we'll go ahead and pull up the next turn, which will be turn 4. No message from Theodoros. Okay, we see one of our guys got a limp. I probably... yeah, well, he should probably be put on guard commander or something. Okay, and we'll look at the battle report afterwards. I bet you the Raphaite warriors killed at least half of the guys, which is going to make a big deal with how long these battles last. Yeah, so 30 guys were killed, and the Raphaite warriors killed 15 of them. So they do a lot of heavy lifting in terms of killing stuff quickly, which is definitely something we need. We didn't take any losses, so that was really good. Now, one second. Okay, sorry. Lady friend watching Sex in the City. Here we go. Door is closed and we're ready to re-record. Okay, so this is the expansion group. This is super easy. We're just basically putting them on attack closest with one spearman in the back. 6 of these guys should be okay. One thing that is dangerous with this is people can get to our commanders, so it's very important we kill stuff quickly, which is why I want these guys not on hold and attack, I just want them on attack closest. In fact, I probably should have even moved them farther forward. But we'll see. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We're also pinging this. With this guy, he's going to retreat. Now, there's a chance I could lose him, but I really want to see what's here. And, yeah, if it's 1 or 2 elephants, I might go for it. But if it's not, then we're going to go ahead and expand up here. Now, ideally, I think that this Ami either comes back here and we can have him research, or he goes here. Well, not ideally. So either way, he's going to go here or here. If he retreats and doesn't die, he can site search here, or he can come back here. This province is all of a sudden looking a lot easier, so we'll probably move here. And it appears that Theodoros has lost an Indy, or lost his province to Indy. So quite nice with that. Quite nice with that. We start to see some harder indies. Now, I want to get down here. Somebody's probably starting over here. Somebody's probably starting down here. I want this. So this is a high priority for me. So I'm going to kind of bull rush down here and try to take that. Theodoros has agreed that I can take this back from them. I kind of messaged them in Discord at this time. And they said, hey, okay, fine, you can have this. But their capital is right here. So they weren't super excited about giving it to me. But I don't think they really have a choice, because I will be able to take it from them, especially in the early game. And then right here, I definitely want to get this soon. It's a super high value province for me, but I really want to go close off this border as a priority with whoever is starting up here. So anyway, that is kind of what we're doing. And that is turn 4. Turn 5, the last turn for this episode. Okay, we found a magic site in Mudfields. That's an Earth 1 site. We have quite a few battles here. One of them is just pinging them, of course, but we get to watch the charioteers expand. Now, okay, this guy seems to be keeping up with them, which is odd, because I was thinking he would kind of lag behind. But these guys kind of kill indies pretty quick. And we're about to trigger a rout. Somebody got a wound where they're bleeding, which is not good. And will he die? No, he doesn't die from the wound. Let's see if he got another wound from it. Never healing wound. Okay, he almost died 1 HP. How about that? So if we look at that battle, did not die. Nice. Next battle, we're just pinging this really to count. Ooh. Is that 5 elephants? 5 elephants. Okay, so that's a fair amount of elephants. Did we die retreating? No, we didn't. Okay. And then here we are attacking. This is kind of a lot of indies for this initial group. You kind of want to steer them clear of groups above 40. They're kind of crappy, but yeah, it's a lot. They're spamming panic, which is not good. That means we could die, or we could rout. And if we rout, then we're kind of in trouble. I think we're okay now. Hopped forward there. Okay, nice. This guy get wounded? Nope, just a little slow. So we lost 2 dudes, which is not awesome, but that's okay. We can handle that. Okay, we got a nice one-handed weapon, an Evening Star. We'll take a look at it. And 300 gold, and then here we got Blood Slaves and gold. So very nice events. Thank you, Luck. This is an Evening Star. It's a fire death item. You lose defense, which kind of sucks, but you get a ton of attack. It does a fair amount of damage. It does an AoE 1 attack, like Firebrand, and it also does weakness, which is kind of nice against thugs. So, can't complain about that. So what we're going to do, let's look at our recruitment first. You can see now we're going to get one more squad of these charioteers. I've got a commander that I recruited last turn from an indie province who's going to come over here and pick them up. Holy shit, 80, they were saying 30 here last turn. There must be about 50, and it's fluctuating wildly in terms of the scouting reports. So this commander's going to come back, he's going to pick up all these charioteers, and we're probably going to march them in here and wish them good luck. Because this will be a lot. This will be like, what, 7 or 8 charioteers? 7? I think that's enough to kill 50 guys. But we'll see. We'll probably lose 1 or 2. But we need to go ahead and take this province. And then these guys are going to go ahead and march up here. So that's basically the plan. And then here we have run into Abyssia, who seems to be expanding with mercs. And then we are going to run over here and take this. I'm not sure what he'll do with this. It is possible he runs in here. I think with just 5 elephants, we have a pretty good chance of killing him with the Raphites. But I'm not sure. We are not strong enough to take this yet. And I've negotiated now that I've met Mark Verney. We talk in Discord, and basically I have a half negotiation that I get this. But I haven't really agreed with Abyssia yet, so we'll see. So anyway, that is about it for this episode. That is the first part of our expansion, and so far things are going okay. Turn 5, and we have 5 provinces, and we have 2 very strong expansion parties going. So it sucks where we are because we can only expand in 2 directions, but yeah, that's okay. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.